Welcome to Discovery! And welcome everyone to another episode of Discovery, episode 69. That's right, 69 episodes of Discovery since 2019. I honestly cannot believe it. We are heading towards, the big 100. I'm so damn excited to finally give you some albums that I checked out last week. So last month we had a very good month for metal last month. Previously I gave you my best metal albums of May 2022, and no doubt we saw Blue Dust Nord along with Lord Belial hit the number one spot for the best metal albums of May 2022. Granted, there were some fantastic metal albums that certainly made the cut and some albums that didn't make the cut. The start of June was brilliant. It certainly was. We had some really good metalcore. We had some fantastic technical death metal. We had some really avant-garde crazy shit. And we also had some just dominant doom metal along with just aggressive black metal. So on this Discovery, we're going to discuss 6 bands. This week, we also had the brand new album. We also had Creator that released a brand new album. We also had Motionless in White release a brand new album. We also had Deaf White finally dropping an album. And also Seventh Wonder surprisingly released an album, which I didn't realize because I didn't expect Seventh Wonder to drop an album. I did not know that Seventh Wonder was going to drop a fucking album. Are you serious? I thought it would be all over YouTube. I thought they would drop singles. I thought they would drop music videos. But nah. It just dropped out of nowhere, didn't it? Just dropped out of nowhere on June 10th. And I was so fucking surprised. I was like, what the fuck? Seventh Wonder? A new fucking album? Are you serious? I had to check whether it was a compilation or not. Pull your shit together, because there was no promotion on this album. There was nothing. There was really nothing. And Satyricon released a brand new album as well, called Satyricon and Munch, and there was no promotion on that album as well. I mean, what the fuck? Oh no. We'll just drop whenever, whatever, and surprise the fuck out of all the fans. That's an interesting marketing tactic, I suppose. And I suppose they're going to get a few sales, but I just feel that Seventh Wonder should have promoted this stuff a little bit. Listen, I'm a big fan of Seventh Wonder, and I didn't fucking notice Seventh Wonder released a brand new album today. Are you serious? But we're not talking about Seventh Wonder. We're not talking about Motionless White. We're not talking about Creator this Discovery. That will be on the next Discovery. We're talking about bands Bleed From Within, Memphis May Fire, holy shit, Origin, Koldkrypt, Artificial Brain, and Temple of Void. That's all what we're going to discuss on this Discovery. Before I start Discovery, pop your favorites. Discoveries down below, pop your favorite releases down below, and let's get on with this brand new Discovery. Roll the intro, please. So that rant is over, and let's move on to the first album, which is none other than Bleed From Within and the album Shrine. So, you heard some samples, and this is a pretty good metalcore album. Certainly they have moved away from the deathcore elements, and you know what? Scott Kennedy's vocals are really good on this. Really enjoy his clean vocals. There are cleaner vocals on this fucking album, along with those harsh and aggressive vocals. The guitar, the rhythm, the drums are just really good on this. The production, on the other hand, is really good, very clean in tone, and I do like the prominence of the bass. There are just immaculate melodies that really do get stuck in your head, and I just really enjoy how they are throwing back to moments such as Humanity and Empire, and also with Fracture. Yes, it's a good album with songs like I Am Damnation, Flesh and Stone, along with Levitate, which was this single that incorporated more symphonic elements that built this fucking album to the next level. Great music videos, great production overall, cinematic in tone if you see it in music videos, but there are some fucking killer songs as well, not to mention some shredding riffs that will fucking melt your face at times. I really do enjoy the song Shapeshifter. Temple of Lunacy is so damn hard and hitting, along with Paradise. Scott Kennedy just implements some really nice clean vocals throughout the mix, along with those just deep guttural metalcore vocals as well. And yeah, the breakdowns hit hard. The breakdowns hit hard, and there are some very flourishing symphonic moments building throughout Shrine. As well, I really enjoy the lyrics, and I really enjoy the thunderous percussion as well, and not to mention, it is one of the best metalcore albums of this year. So if I do sound a bit nasally at the moment, I got COVID. That's right, I got COVID, and I suppose one thing that is good about COVID is that I can do actually more videos for you guys since I can't fucking work. And it's a funny story that I should tell you after I give you the score of Bleed From Within and the album Shrine. For Bleed From Within and the album Shrine, I'm going to give this a 78%. Yes, this isn't as good as Fracture, but Shrine incorporates more of those epic elements. I feel that a lot of fans would be turned against this album, to be honest, and a lot of fans would be for this album, you could say, just because this is a more of an epic approach by Bleed From Within. Noticeably, I've noticed a lot of bands are using symphonic elements, a lot of metalcore bands, a lot of deathcore bands as well. Check out Mental Cruelty, check out Lorna Shore. They are sort of channeling their blackened symphonic deathcore. There's a lot of bands now, such as Make Them Suffer, such as Bleed From Within, that are utilizing the orchestral moments that really make songs epic and quite huge. But yeah, Bleed From Within and the album Shrine, it's going to get a 78%. Okay, so unfortunately I have COVID, so it is a little bit of a bummer. Also, COVID is actually good because, you know what, I can do some more videos for you guys. I love making videos and everything like that. There's going to be another discovery this week. I'm also going to do my first album ranking / discography for the first time in 3 months, so stay tuned for that. I was a bit shocked doing my rapid antigen test, and I had 2 lines, tried it 3 times, I had 2 lines as well, went to get a PCR test, and this nurse said, right, put your head up, and let me just dig right into your brain. I said nasal swab was gonna pierce my fucking brain. Holy shit. Well, that obviously worked because COVID was detected in my system. So yeah, that's the funny story that I was about to tell you. It's not very funny, but I can tell you that my boss is pretty pissed off that I'm not at work. What do you expect? COVID is everywhere. It is fucking everywhere now. And thank God we're fully vaccinated and everything, because I think without the vaccinations, I would be fucking in trouble. Okay, so, fuck, do we have to talk about this album? Alright, so, rarely do you see a negative review on this channel. Rarely do you see a negative review on albums on Discovery. Well, behold, you're about to see the first one. It's Memphis May Fire and the album Remade in Misery.
I know you wish that I was different. You'll never know what I've been up against.
Alright, so I'll be brutally honest, I only heard this album once and I thought this was not very good. It isn't a very good album with some very cringy like vocals, along with those clean vocals that are very whiny. Yes, they're aggressive and harsh vocals, mix some interesting melodies that at times do really get stuck in your head, but this is sort of a radio friendly album. I thought Memphis May Fire was metalcore, and although they do have some metalcore elements sprinkled throughout this album, it's more on that rock bass. It's alternative metal, you could say, with a sprinkle of some interesting guitar riffs, some interesting songwriting. There is some potential for this band for this album to really grow on you, but unfortunately it gets dragged down by the overproduction and also by the overall washing out of the fucking guitars. Like, the guitars are very washed out on this album. The vocals are incredibly high within the mix, and it just sounds like an absolute shitstorm. It really does. This Memphis May Fire album, Remade in Misery, isn't a very good album. It's one of the worst Memphis May Fire albums in my opinion, and quite frankly, I wouldn't recommend it upon my worst enemy. Yes, there are some cool riffs. Yes, there are some thunder skid percussion as well. But that's all. That is all. There are some really quick and fast, furious songs. And really just sappy, cringy songs as well. Memphis May Fire Remade in Misery is a disappointing album. It really is. And I thought this was one of the worst metal albums of 2022. I only heard it once and I didn't want to listen to it again. I thought it was just terrible. I thought it was just a terrible album. A lot of people would probably enjoy this, I suppose, especially if they want to get into metal. It's like a gateway to metal. But I heard some better Memphis May Fire albums. And yeah, they have shedded a lot of their metalcore skin and they focus more on the alternative rock, sounding very similar to bands such as like a Breaking Benjamin, sounding very similar to bands like Breaking Benjamin, even Bring Me the Horizon now, except Breaking Benjamin, Bring Me the Horizon is 100 times better than this band. Memphis May Fire Remade in Misery didn't impress me at all. I mean, I'm looking at the track list. I suppose Blood and Water is a pretty hard and aggressive song, and it's pretty fun as well. Misery is a pretty sappy sort of song. The Fight Within is a good song as well, but I just feel also the track listing is wrong. Like, a lot of this is just generic rock, generic alternative metal rock. And yeah, Remade in Misery didn't do it for me. It's going to get my lowest score that I have for a very long time. It gets a 35%. Okay, enough of that shit out of the way. Let's move on to the next album. It is none other than Origin and their album Chaosmos. Take a listen. So as you can see, this is a pretty technical death metal album. And this band hails from Kansas of the United States of America. They debuted their album Origin back in 2000. This is actually a pretty good album. Jason Kieser, who was on vocals on this, is very good, harsh and aggressive, guttural vocals. The guitar work is absolutely fantastic. I just love the really punchy drums along with the overall production. It's technical, it's progressive as well, with those death metal flourishing flavors. And not to mention, the fucking album cover looks amazing. I wanted to check out this album because of the album cover. I'm glad I checked it out. Icophagy, amazing song to start off the album. Those really cool spiraling riffs along with the guitar solos. You got songs like Panoptical, very cool ambiency track as well, with some very cosmic vibes. Koldkrypt is so damn good. You got songs like Heat Death, which is like 11 minutes. But then there's this fucking album. Amazing work. Heat Death, such an incredible progressive technical song. Beautiful soothing guitars within Heat Death, along with those syncopated guitar riffs that really do pierce your brains, like that nasal swab that I had yesterday. Holy shit. Yeah, so Origin Chaosmos is a fantastic album that you guys should definitely check out. It's technical, it's progressive, and it's some straightforward death metal. It's one of the best death metal albums I've heard in June so far. I wouldn't say it's one of the best death metal albums of this year, but my god, listening to it over and over again, I'm really enjoying it for what it is. Production is fantastic. You can hear every single instrumental on this, along with the punchy snare, echoing, reverby guitars as well at times. Not to mention the synth work that is utilized on this album. Chaosmos, Origin, fucking phenomenal piece of work by this band. It's going to get an 80%. Let's move on. Okay, so let's dive into the deep underground of metal. We're talking about Koldkrypt and the album Holcauste Global. Let's have a listen. So as you can see, this is pretty harsh and aggressive black metal. Very atmospheric at times, but I do love the vocals on this. Typhus, who is the all-instrumental and all-vocalist on this album, it's just a one-man fucking band, and holy shit, he just put shreds on this album. It's atmospheric. The fucking intro is so damn scary and nightmarish. This brilliant black metal project in France, hailing from France, of course, and you know how French do black metal right. Tremolo guitar, just the drums as well, the blast beats, just odd time signatures along with the fills. It's just atmospheric, just malevolent black metal. It sounds very evil. It's very similar to bands. At times they sound like Dark Throne, especially like the earlier Dark Throne stuff, and even at times Mayhem. Even there are just a few post-black metal elements as well. The album cover is fucking brutal. It really is. Like, I don't know French, but I'm gonna say it's probably talking about the Holocaust back in World War II and what happened in the Holocaust, and I still can't believe that happened in World War II. In Auschwitz, that happened with all the death camps, people just getting gassed, the Jewish people getting gassed. It's just absolutely heartbreaking just to see that. You've seen footage, like just bodies piled up upon women, children. It's so damn fucking sad. And I'm guessing this is talking about the Holocaust. Koldkrypt, really good black metal band. I love the cold, dark riffs, the cold atmosphere. It's so damn good and it's so damn intense. There's a lot of fucking emotion on this album. If you haven't heard it already, Koldkrypt, Holcauste Global, go check it out. I'm gonna give it around about an 82%. Alright, so let's talk about the second last album on this discovery. Now, I hope you do enjoy this elongated discovery. We're gonna be focusing on more details of album. So let's now focus on our second last album for discovery for this week. It's Artificial Brain, and their self-titled album. So take a listen. Artificial Brain hail from Long Island, New York. And this is technical, progressive death metal mixed with a few avant-garde flavors. If you like bands such as Gorguts, Imperial Triumphant, even Ad Nauseam, you are going to fucking enjoy this. Did I enjoy it? Wow, I certainly did. I need to cut on. I certainly did enjoy it. So there are 6 members on Artificial Brain, and yes, there's a lot of avant-garde, but there is also some melodies. There's also some saxophone incorporated throughout this album, so you can tell they're probably inspired by like bands such as Imperial Triumphant. Vocals are unique in my opinion. They are quite unique. It's like a fucking goblin whispering in your ear at times, but there are also black metal. There are also some black metal aesthetics as well. Some very awesome songs like Glitch Cannon, his syncopated guitar riffs, along with polyrhythmic sections. You got songs like Parasite Signal, Cyrogenic Dream World, The Last Words of the Wobbling Sun. The lyrics are interesting in my opinion. They really are. And to be honest, I don't understand what the fuck they are saying in the lyrics department, but but hey, I think I need a translator for that. But yeah, Artificial Brain, solid fucking album, really is, and I actually enjoyed it. It's very hard to explain the sound. It's atmospheric, avant-garde, technical, progressive death metal. You can tell they've been inspired by Gorguts, especially the album Obscura, where a lot of people love to praise that album upon the highest pedestal. To be honest, I think Obscura I still am trying to get into Obscura by Gorguts. It's taken me like fucking 5 years to get into that album, but it's slowly growing on me. But yeah, Artificial Brain, solid album for what it is. The drumming utilizes different tempos, different polyrhythmic sections. The production has this really monumental flavor of atmosphere. And overall, Artificial Brain is a solid album. And I don't know what that album cover is, to be honest. That's why it took me a while to actually check out this album, was because of the album cover. I thought the album cover was just very uninspiring. I don't want to fucking listen to it looking at that album cover, but I pushed myself and listened to it, and I thought it was a really good album. To be honest, I thought it was going to be like some metalcore album or something, but it turned out to be technical, progressive, avant-garde death metal. So for Artificial Brain and a self-titled album, it is one of the best avant-garde death metal albums of the year. It is up there, man. It is up there. Probably make it into my list to be the best metal albums of June, probably. Artificial Brain gets a solid 85%. So before I start the final album, we're going to talk about two songs that a lot of people have been shitting on, to be honest. Amon Amarth. First, we're going to talk about Amon Amarth, and then we're going to talk about Parkway Drive. Because I do love these extensive Discovery episodes where we just talk about all things metal in the past week. So let's talk about Amon Amarth and also Parkway Drive's brand new song, Glitch. So, Amon Amarth, get in the ring. So, Amon Amarth are going to release their brand new album in August, I think, called The Heathens, called... I fucking don't know what it's fucking called. Holy shit. What's it called? It's going to be called The Great Heathen Army. So get in the ring. It's okay. It's an okay song. It's generic melodic death metal. It is what you expect from Amon Amarth. Amon Amarth haven't been great probably since Solter's Rising, probably since Twilight of the Thunder Gods. So Amon Amarth are just a okay melodic death metal band. A lot of people would disagree. A lot of people would say, but Discovery. Amon Amarth is one of the best melodic death metal bands out there. They're called Viking metal. Whatever. It's an okay song. Get in the Ring can get in the bin. To be honest, this to be the first single of Amon Amarth, it is a little bit disappointing. I was expecting something a little bit more. Where is those cool riffs that we got throughout Solter Rising, Twilight of the Thunder Gods, Versus the World? Where are those cool riffs? Where are those cool vocals? At times, Johan Heggs just sounds monotonous and it just sounds bored at times. Get in the Ring is an okay melodic death metal song. It's just an okay song. And I wouldn't call it cringe. I wouldn't call it bad because there's so many bad songs out there. I would just call it okay. It's catchy. It's melodic. It's just Amon Amarth. Let's move on to Parkway Drive's Glitch. So I am a little bit on the fence here. I'm a little bit different to a lot of reviewers out there, a lot of YouTubers that love the shit on Parkway Drive. And because I really enjoy their albums Reverence and Aya, and I fucking adore albums such as Horizons, I love how Parkway Drive did actually change their sound. So they produced a song called Glitch. Their last album, Reverence, was released in 2018. And I thought Reverence was fucking phenomenal. You can ask Questy. That is Questy's favorite fucking album by Parkway Drive. Aya, Reverence, in my opinion, are fucking brilliant albums by Parkway Drive. They changed their sound. Maybe not to the better, but they certainly catered for the arena elements. Because Parkway Drive is fucking massive. If you see them live, all these songs fucking hit hard, especially through songs like Aya, especially through songs in albums such as Aya and Reverence. The majority of their playlists, they usually play from Reverence and Aya and a bit of Horizons and a bit of Deep Blue and Atlas and shit like that. But yeah, this is, trust me, Glitch is going to grow on you. It's going to grow on you. Now, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it at first, and I thought it was a terrific comeback by Parkway Drive. It's definitely not metalcore per se. It's more on those it's more on those heavy metal elements, such as Parkway Drive really cipher in the heavy metal elements now. But yeah, I think this song is going to be a banger, especially when it's going to be live. The choruses are fucking catchy. And you know what? Winston utilizes clean vocals for one of the fucking first time in fucking years he utilizes cleaner vocals. This is probably the first Parkway Drive song to utilize actually cleaner vocals, apart from Winston's really demonish vocal tone. But yeah, I really did enjoy it. There is a cool breakdown, especially at the end of the song. Certainly it's not the best, but at times it sounded a bit like Devil's Calling. Like in Aya, they were experimenting through some really cool atmospheric moments, and then they released Devil's Calling, which I discovered Devil's Calling through fucking WWE NXT. We're fighting fire with gasoline. Yeah, I hear a lot of those elements throughout Glitch. I thought it was a very cool song. So yeah, that's my thoughts. You may disagree. If you disagree, that's fine. Give me your opinion on what you thought about Parkway Drive and also Amon Amarth. So let's move on to the final discovery for this episode. It's none other than Temple of Void and the album Summoning the Slayer. Let's listen. Okay, so Temple of Void Summoning the Slayer is just a very good album by this band. Now, I gotta say one thing, that they have experimented with their sound. They have changed their sound. They may have not changed the sound a lot, but they have definitely changed their sound. Maybe not to the better, maybe not for the worst, but I just feel that this is a perfect 2022 Temple of Void. It really is. Those riffs on this are just so damn infectious in tone. The vocals are absolutely fucking amazing on this. I love the harsh, guttural vocals he provides throughout this album, along with the melodic moments, the melodic moments are just incredible. Yes. This is much more of a melodic album. A lot of leaders will say, "Oh, it's melodic. Stay away from it. I don't want to hear melodic stuff." Well, stick a breadstick up your ass. This is a fantastic album, and Summoning the Slayer really summon in the Death Doom on this. Yes, this is very Death Doomy. This is one of the best doom metal albums of the year. Death metal aesthetics, doom metal aesthetics, along with just really aggressive, hard-hitting riffs, those crushing, cold, hard riffs. This is a very atmospheric sort of Death Doom album with some very cool moments. Very cool moments, especially the vocals. The vocals are so damn cool. I love the effects, vocal effects as well. A sequence of Rot is one of the best Temple of Void songs. Holy shit, looks like a handling balls here, but holy shit, absolutely amazing song. Hex, Curse, and Conjuration, more of those Temple of Void moments. But you got songs like Dissolution. Hold up. Dissolution is just a Temple Void ballad. This is their first ballad, you could say. And I'll tell you what, his vocals are so damn angelic and so damn fucking smooth. Those smooth fucking guitars that really do echo throughout your ears. That really channel in that beautiful, blissful, melancholic sound that Temple of Void have now gained. Holy shit. I loved it. I think Dissolution is just a beautiful way to end off the album. You don't need some hard aggressive shit to end off the album. This is a perfect way. I thought Dissolution was just amazing, in my opinion. Amazing. And just the whole entire album, run about 40 minutes, was fantastic. Not the best Temple Void album, you could say. I would say that the best Temple Void album would probably be 2020, The World That Was, along with Lords of Death, which was absolutely incredible. But yeah, Summoning the Slayer is a league on its own. It threw me a swerve big time. Got Dissolution on it, and I went, what the fuck? Am I listening to the same fucking band? Holy shit, Temple Void Summoning the Slayer has just moved up a level. So yeah, Temple Void Summoning the Slayer, I'm gotta give this a 90%. It is just a fantastic Death Doom album that you guys just need to hear. So yeah, that's it for Discovery. I hope you did enjoy it. Join me next Discovery where we discuss those bands I talked about in my long intro. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought about this new format of Discovery. And do you agree or disagree with my opinion? So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.